Well, guys, this is what's left of the debris here over my shoulder. There were plenty of firefighters that were here earlier. This was actually a metal roof that was blown off of a home. If you look over my shoulder, you can still see some smoke coming up from the ground where a lot of that fire ended up burning. The message of stop the violence has been spread for decades throughout Little Rock, but now it's time to get down to the root of the problem. Without that FDA approval, that was the reason why some people decided they didn't want to get the shot. In this police report, the woman in question says she tells police that the clerk was upset about something she did. The most heat-related emergencies, according to Kelly, was in August, but it seems like things are coming a bit earlier this year. So again, like he said, don't guess. Call EMS. Mayor Simon says that this incident is not reflective of the city of Dumas. She calls her community hardworking and proud. Brand new ride just for people. It's called the Music Express, and they're still doing some last-minute inspections, but this thing is going to take you all the way around. So in order to keep porch pirates from stealing packages like this one, sure, it's the summertime, but because it's been raining off and on. Now, beyond just opinions that are being shared on social media, if you actually come out here on Broadway Street, so right now it's all hands-on-deck situation with fire crews and energy crews and even air quality control for the aftermath of this fire. Dumas community members tell me that they're Dumas strong in the face of these multiple shootings. And at this candlelight vigil behind me, they're hoping that peace can be restored after a night of chaos. It was the car show portion of the 16th annual Hoodnick event before shots were fired. Multiple people hit. Some had to be airlifted to other hospitals. Among the 28 shot, 6 of them were kids, admitted to Arkansas Children's, according to a hospital spokesperson.
They shot the baby, bro. He's 1 year old. He got a hole in his leg the size of a quarter.
1-year-old Angelo Ussery Jr. was one of the youngest hit. He had to undergo surgery earlier Sunday.
When I heard the gunshots, I just thought, people were shooting in the air, so I jumped in my car and I was leaving out of Dumas until I got a phone call from my son's mom saying that my son been shot.
Just an hour before the shooting took place, his mother snapped this photo of him enjoying himself at Hoodnick.
I can't say it should have been more security because there was a lot of police there. They had police on every corner.
Arkansas State Police have been assisting Dumas police in the shooting investigation.
Unfortunately, as a result of this, we did have one victim that died as a result of the gunshot injuries. That individual is Cameron Schaefer, S-H-A-F-F-E-R, age 23, from Jacksonville, Arkansas.
Officials say it was 2 people who started a gunfight that resulted in multiple people getting hurt. They arrested 1 person of interest and are looking for 2 others. Meanwhile, Dumas community leaders are taking efforts to keep the message of stopping the violence.
For people to come and commit the crime that had nothing to do with here, for those babies to be hurt, to do it in front of our elders, our, those kids, our grandparents, pregnant women, everybody, they had no regards to anybody's life.
Kanisha Kay is on the committee for the Dumas Hoodnick and says the annual event promotes nonviolence. To see this type of violence occur is discouraging.
But everybody knows everybody, so imagine the victims, it impacted all of us.
Organizers hosted a balloon release earlier Sunday and are actively searching for all victims and their families to help however they can and to stay Dumas strong.
It's like a big family reunion. People look forward to this. We go all year to know that the 3rd week in March is going to be Hoodnick.
That's what we've been doing. I've been, showing her pictures so she knows where her daddy is,
Hearing 1-year-old Paisley call for her father breaks Emily Bennett's heart. 7-year-old Mackenzie cries too, followed by 4-year-old Savannah. 6-year-old Easton is comforted by his mother as they reflect on the loss of a husband and a father, Chad. He died on a ventilator from COVID July 29th.
I called the hospital to see if I could bring the kids up so they could tell their daddy bye one last time. Couldn't come up.
But it's fun memories like camping, hunting, and fishing with their dad that the older kids remember. Coping with the aftermath of COVID now as a single mom for Emily looks like this.
Deep breath.
And trying to get the kids' minds off of the loss by filling them with new memories, like doing fun TikTok dance videos. Emily says she got her first dose of the vaccine the day Chad went on a ventilator. Her second dose was the day he died.
I know my last time talking to him, he wasn't ready to die. But I'm thankful that I had that moment with him because there's some that didn't get that moment.
Now it's trying to be strong for her kids so that they can continue on as a happy family in Chad's memory. 32-year-old Shantara Sauter's family said they had no idea the severity of her relationship with ex-boyfriend Malcolm Esther, only that she broke up with him one Monday, September 13th, and that Wednesday, she and her son were gone. Emotional cries from broken hearts fill a church as family, friends, and supporters cry for the loss of life. It's the last time they get to say goodbye to their everything. 32-year-old Shantara Sauter.
Terry would just be like, hey, Pap, that's my cousin, that's my cousin. I mean, she was just so negative. And it was like, we would, talk about everything. And she was everything.
And her 8-year-old son, Jamichael Petty.
Jamichael, the boy was everything. He was like a little chocolate teddy bear. He was so sweet. JT was everything. And then before COVID, we had our last little Thanksgiving at my house in Texas. And he was like, my mama can't cook, she can just cook chicken.
They were both shot and killed at home last month in Little Rock by Salter's ex-boyfriend, Malcolm Esther. Family members say she had just decided to leave Esther before the double homicide, a common theme for abusers according to the Arkansas Coalition Against Domestic Violence.
If they're thinking about leaving a situation, victims are 75 times more likely to be killed while they're leaving or in the short time following leaving their abusers.
Esther had previously had run-ins with the law. Another woman filed an order of protection against him before the killings in 2019, stating, "He snatched my phone out of my hand to see who I was texting. We were not in a relationship. He follows me and has sent threatening text messages."
People who have lost someone to domestic violence, they're probably going to question everything that they knew before. They're going to go over and over in their mind, what could they have done? What might have been different?
Amongst the crowd of the cries, 10-year-old Tyriana sits silent. It's her mother and little brother, her everything, lying in their caskets.
You did not do anything wrong. The wrongdoing was 100% on the part of the person who did it,
who she now has to say goodbye to. Family members are starting a nonprofit in their honor called Shantae Speaks.